Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Boy, have I got a treat for you tonight. We are going to a couple of my friends' home, Lisa and John, and we're going to be doing a little bit of reminiscing and cooking. John's going to start us off with making the Beef Wellington, which he's made with me before, and Lisa is going to finish us off with the Midori cake. Hope you sit back, enjoy. I think you might get a laugh or two, and let's get cooking. So John, so it looks like that nice big piece of tenderloin had some stuff in there that we're not interested in. Would you like to explain a little bit about what we managed to carve out?
So we cut off some silver skin, which is a membrane that's on the majority of all meats. You'll find it on spare ribs, barbecue ribs, or back ribs, and we have some on the filet mignon. This is different than the fat. This is a membrane, this is fat.
Do you think that we're going to be able to get something out of that for the Beef Wellington?
Yeah.
One of your favorite memories of doing the Gold Star?
Working with you, of course.
Okay, I'll pay you later.
What was really nice was when we went and served it to them and the look on their face when they saw the product.
Right.
And food is always the great equalizer. I thought that was really cool. My heart well to serve the families who lost loved ones, serving our country.
So John is browning all sides to add flavor. Do you remember how many of those individual Beef Wellingtons that we did?
Oh, there's like 8 people per table, wasn't there? I mean, I would have to say over 100.
It was close to 100. So John, what we're going to do now is we need to rehydrate the mushrooms with the shallots. Both have been dehydrated, they've been minced up in a chopper. So as you see, you can manually chop the dehydrated mushrooms. Quite honestly, if you have a chopper, it's so much easier. And the shallots, beautiful. So we need to add a little bit of flavor. The thing that you need to know when you're dealing with preps, stuff that is dehydrated, canned, anything that's for a long term, is you need to add lots of flavor into these things because they'll be very bland. So we're not so worried about presentation, we're more concerned about the flavor because you can have something look really nice and not have any flavor.
Yeah.
Which would you prefer to eat?
Flavor all day.
That's right. Add about a quarter to a half a teaspoon of the better than bouillon. This is going to just add just a little bit more flavor.
How much?
About a quarter of a teaspoon. So there it is, perfect. Yeah, that looks pretty good because we want it to be dry. When we make duxelle, we usually will take a fresh mushroom. We slowly fry out all the liquids out of it so it has a dry consistency. So we've already got a dry mushroom. But now we have to add a little bit of moisture back into it to rehydrate it. So that's perfect. We're going to add next is a little bit of thyme. So you want maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon. Just want to give it a little bit of thyme flavor. Perfect. Okay, that's exactly what we're looking for. Perfect. Today we are using Pepperidge Farm Puff Pastry.
Because Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Pepperidge Farm remembers?
Don't you remember that old guy on the commercial?
No.
Yeah, it was an old guy. He looked like Harry Truman, and he was always, oh, that's because Pepperidge Farm remembers.
So John, normally, if you remember correctly, we used prosciutto to wrap around the meat with the duxelle. But because probably are not going to have prosciutto unless you have it in the freezer, which would be wonderful, you could use that. We're going to use canned bacon. Now, this is a bacon I canned myself, and no, it's not one of the approved methods of canning. But people have been doing this for 100 years. So you do these things at your own risk.
See that it was packed in June of 2022?
Yes.
You should always label the
Yes.
jars when you pack it.
This is true.
Using just a standard can opener.
Okay.
And you do this very delicately.
Beautiful. That's the noise we want to hear.
Yes.
I will be posting a video on how to can bacon. That's coming down in a few weeks. So this is how the bacon actually comes out of the jar. Pretty cool.
Bottom of the jar, top of the jar.
Yes.
Ready to cut?
Yes. So you want to count over 4 though.
4?
Yeah, 1,
1, 2, 3, 4.
4. Please. Perfect. And you want to always make sure on this that you use cold water. Otherwise it will lump. John, you getting a little hungry?
I've been hungry.
Are you getting
Since I got
hangry?
home.
You're not getting hangry, are you? We're almost there.
All good things come to those who wait.
That's true. So this will thicken up. And it's just something that you put just on the bottom, kind of like a gravy, but on the bottom of your Beef Wellington. It'll start thickening. Beautiful. That's perfect.
Doesn't that look nice?
That looks really nice. And it smells good too.
Yeah, it does. Lovely bouquet.
That's really good.
Is it?
Yeah. Very good.
It is.
Okay. Enjoy.
Oh, it made a little crunch.
Oh, yum. Look at that.
Oh yeah, that is perfect.
Huh?
That is perfect. Excellent job, John.
It is really good.
So how do you feel about the potatoes?
It tastes very good with mushrooms. They've got a good mushroom.
A little more flavor. Something like maybe something to kick it up a little.
A little bit of salt.
Salt, maybe some
Salt.
paprika, but they're very light.
Mm-hmm.
They're still light.
Using foods that are prepped It's gonna be a little bit different, and that's why I encourage people. Try your preps now. So many people will buy up stuff they'll never eat. They'll prep stuff that they've never had. They don't know if their recipes are good, and it's a very bad time to find out that you just really don't like something when you're in the middle of an emergency. That's the worst time.
Don't focus on presentation, focus on flavor.
You gotta focus on flavor, because if things get tough, people will get depressed. And if you have bland food, that makes it even worse. All right, Lisa, so what we're going to do is frost the cake. And it's basically just a glaze. And then we're gonna finish it off with a little bit of pistachio nuts for decoration. Now when you make the frosting, not everyone particularly wants to have alcohol in their frosting. So there are ways that you can make it without the alcohol. You could simply use a little bit of cream, a teeny tiny bit of green food coloring. That would give it the nice pretty color.
Adding that liquid to the frosting, so you're going to need to replace it with some liquid.
Right.
And that milk, I've also used a small amount of like fruit juice before, as long as it's not something that's got citrus in it, because it'll lump up your
that
cream cheese.
Yeah, right.
Because you gotta have that moisture, or else you won't get this nice. Look at how gorgeous that is.
Isn't that pretty?
How pretty.
Is that nice, pretty green? You're gonna have a little bit of crunch in the cake already because of the pistachio instant pudding.
Right.
Gives a little bit of crunch.
Yep. Just festive looking.
It does.
Gives it that extra, so that it's not just a plain frosted cake. It gives it that little bit of pizzazz.
Well, that certainly was a fun night. I just want to thank Lisa and John for opening their home and letting me come in and reminisce with them. It was great fun, and I'm looking forward to maybe a few more videos with them. On a serious note, we mentioned the Gold Star moms. Star mom are moms that have lost a child during wartime. These women really did give all. Lisa, John, and myself felt so honored to serve them. For more information, I did leave a link to the Gold Star moms in the description box below. I hope you enjoyed watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you the next time.